Okay guys, I feel like I'm filming a Shane Dawson conspiracy theory video. I'm taking this bracelet off because it's like clinging around and it's kind of starting to make me mad. But we're filming a YouTube video today because I'm going to show you guys all the books I read in 2023, all the books I need to be read in 2024, plus like a billion others that I'm going to buy eventually. And I'm going to rate them on a scale from best to worst, or from worst to best. And I'm going to actually do it right now because I don't have them out and they're just sitting there, so it's going to be really hard to do. So after I put all my books out, then we'll start doing the rating. So I'll see you guys in like 5 minutes. Okay, first I'm gonna show you guys all the books that I'm super excited to read in 2024. So guys, I'm so excited to read these. I just finished a book like the other day, but like these are basically all the books that I got for Christmas. So I'm gonna go through and show you guys. So first, Things We Never Got Over. It's pretty big, but it's like a series too. And I'm excited because a lot of the books that I read in 2024 were kind of like standalones. So I'm kind of excited to like read some series because I don't know, I haven't been really captivated in a series since like Google Ghost Murder. So I read the first book of this, but I never officially finished the second one. So I'm excited to get through the second one because, guys, let's be honest, the books and the movies were not the same at all, but it's okay. I'm actually reading this one right now. I'm made like a little bit in it. The cheat sheet, so far I like it, and it looks really cute. So let's just give it some time. And my sister got one of the books, Practice Makes Perfect, from the same author, so if I like that, then I'm just gonna read Practice Makes Perfect. But okay, I bought this book literally like 4 years ago and I haven't started it yet because I just bought in so many books and I just forgot to start it. But The Do-Over, which seems really cute, and I'm really excited because I love Lynn Payton's books. They were really good. My aunt got me this one. Virgin Suicides, that one I'm excited to read. This one I'm actually super excited to read because I never finished the series. The Hawthorne's Legacy, because I read the first book and I never read the second book. When I was picking that out, I was really confused if it was the last book or the fourth one. So I was like, what book is this? Okay, next, I'm super excited to finish this series too. Oh my god, guys. I'm so excited because now that President Snow exists, I'm like, okay, that President Snow is my Aaron Warner. So I'm excited. This one, I literally am like a little bit through, like I'm here. And I just finished the book the other day. I'm so excited to finish this, guys. Like, I'm so excited to read this book. It's going to be so exciting. I'm so excited. The Silent Patient, I heard it has a really good plot twist. I'm so excited for this one. I keep saying I'm so excited because I actually am really, really happy to read these books. They Wish There Were Us. This is like kind of like a murderous book, and I love my murder books so much. Like, they make me like so happy. It's so fun. Like, not the murder part, but like just like it's the experience, the thrill. Okay, this book I know is going to destroy me, so I have to read like a happy book after it. Because All the Right Places, I've never seen the show or the movie, but I've only ever like heard of it, and I'm so excited to read this. I keep getting that though and The Fault in Our Stars mixed up like so hard. It's so confusing. And then Where the Crawdads Sing. I'm excited to read that one because Taylor Swift has a song in the movie, and I never actually watched the movie, so I'm excited to see it. But let's get into this book ratings. Okay, this lighting is literally not giving. Let me just change the setting. Oh my god, no. Did it just die? Yes. We're gonna start off first with... I didn't even care. This book was actually shit. It was so bad. It Starts With Us. It was terrible, guys. When I tell you terrible, I mean, like, I would never willingly pick that book up again. Like, it was so bad. Because, like, it wasn't even, like, the first book was fine. It wasn't even that good, but it was, like, okay. But then the second book, it was, like... You didn't even need a second book. You could have left it where it was and it would have been fine. There was no reason to waste the trees and the paper that you did making that stupid ass book. Like, it's so not even good. Like, I was like, this book is boring. So I was really annoyed. But okay, it's the second book. I just knocked over all. That's my karma for talking shit about that book. I just knocked over all my books that were sitting in front of me. Because guys, my setup is actually insane right now. There's like books like surrounding me. Okay, you guys can see a pattern with this. Ugly Love. If you want porn but in words, this is your book. No, but it pissed me off because the characters were so annoying. Like, I don't know. I can't really remember it because I read it like earlier this year, but it was terrible. It was not good and I didn't like it. And I thought it was bad. Oh my god. Okay, I need to turn my light on. This is not going to work. But this book made me so mad because the main character was so fucking insufferable. Like, she was so annoying. What's her name or something? Her name was Kenna. I was like, what? I don't remember what's wrong. But I could not stand this character. She was so annoying. She fucking, like, is one of the reasons her husband is dead. Like, okay, spoiler alert, but one of the reasons her husband is dead, left him there to die because she didn't want to deal with it, thinking he was dead, so she was just gonna, like, I don't know, pretend. Like, you could have saved him if you at least, like, called the police and, like, hey, like, we were drunk driving, like, I know this is bad, but, like, we crashed. Like, you could have saved him. but it said you just left him, and then you were like, I want to see my child who's with his parents, and I deserve to. You deserve nothing. You don't deserve to see those parents. You killed their son. You fucking idiot. I hated her. God, that book pissed me off. Okay. Oh my god, if I hit this book in front of me one more time, I'm gonna freaking kill myself. Okay, November 9th. This book wasn't even that bad. It was just so long and boring. Like, the beginning half of it, I was like, when is something gonna happen? And also, he was weird. He was like, he said something about, like, a red painting, so I was like, ew, man. Like, I was like, come the fuck, like, I was like, actually, like, ew, what's wrong with you? So it's actually weird. Like, what are you talking about? Like, anyway. This book is, like, a big book on Book Talk, but fuck this book, because it sucks actual dick. It's so bad. It's so bad. I read it and I was like, when's the cute stuff happening? It was literally all sex. I was like, where is, like, it was like smut, like 95% smut, 5% like plot. Sorry, I was being, okay. My storage said I didn't have storage, so that's what happened. But I just bit my lip really hard on accident. Yeah, but back to this book, it was not good. I was sick of it. I was like literally like biting my fingers hoping I get to the end because I was so annoyed. I was annoyed. This book isn't as popular, but I got this from a book of the month club that I joined, and then they scammed me and charged my card like fucking 6 times, so don't join the club. I bit my lip super hard, guys, and now it's bleeding. Ow. Ouch. It's called Adeline. It was good. It was just like, I was just like, okay, this is kind of forgettable. It was like this girl went through like a toxic relationship with her boyfriend, and it was just like her like kind of going through. It was just like kind of like things that like are toxic, but like you don't notice when you're in them. But it was kind of, I was kind of just like just reading it. Like, I didn't like retain anything. Clearly, you can tell my explanation. But I was like, just like, okay, whatever. Like, this book isn't that. I was like, it's whatever. It's like not that good of a book. Like, it wasn't like it was a bad book. It was just like forgettable, I guess. Out of all the books that I've read this year, it was probably like I just put it there because it wasn't the most like whatever. Same thing as with this book. It was good, but also tell me why the writing, the girl, like, she wrote so beautifully, but so beautifully that I was like confused as fuck. I was like, what is she talking about? I was like, what is happening in this book? I'm so confused sometimes. Because she was just like, maybe I have to go and reread this because I haven't read it in like years, but I was just confused the whole time. I was like, what the fuck is happening? I don't know. That was probably my own brain. This book I read in a day and it was good, but then I read it after I watched the show. So I was expecting it to be more like the show for some reason. And it was absolutely nothing like it. Like, these books do not. There's like, the 3 characters are the same. Honestly, it's the only thing. Like, I was like, what is happening? Like, there was no dead ball in the books, I'm pretty sure. I was like, this, yeah, it was so bad. I was confused. I was like, whatever this is. But this book was so good, and I actually love this book so much. Daisy Jones and the Six was so good. It reminded me of Billy Dunn, and I watched the show, and I was like, this is everything. So, like, it's just down here because I've read better books this year, but it's honestly still a great book, and I recommend it. It's actually amazing. It was really good. Okay, now we're moving on to The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I swear to God, I highlighted, like, a freaking, I literally annotated this book for no reason. Actually, no, I annotated it because when I was reading this book, I read it one time, and then I reread it this year. I reread it this year. And, like, I found all these, like, foreshadowing things, and I thought this book was really good. I thought it had a good twist. It wasn't really a plot twist, but it had, like, a good night. Yeah, no, it was a plot twist. It had, like, this good night plot twist, and it was really good. Like, perfect. This book was good, but it was just really slow in the beginning. Like, the beginning took, like, forever to warm up. I was, like, waiting for something to happen in the beginning. And also, the main character was kind of weird. She was, like, in a... Was it middle school? I think it was middle school. They were like talking about fucking people, and I was like, sit down. I was like, you're in middle school, sit down. Like, this is kind of weird. And then, like, something else happened. Also, just like her, like, the way she described her clothing, she was like tutus to school, like, ew. Except for when I like to read a book, I like to imagine it's me, and I'm like, I would never do that. But clearly, because I don't. The book was fine. It was just like slow start. Whatever, didn't care. Okay, second book, 5 Survived by Holly Jackson. Okay, this book was actually a great standalone. Like, this was like, I think I read this in like a day or something. I read this like really fast, actually. It was actually so good. Like, it was like perfect. What did I highlight? I don't remember highlighting anything in this book. it was actually so good. Like, I actually really loved this book so much because, like, it was just perfect. Like, it was just so good. It was, like, I don't know how to explain. It was just really good. That was a great book. Okay, second book. This book was actually really good, and I'm putting it here because I've read better books this year. Did I see The Hunger Games? I mean, I don't think I did, but Everything I Know About Love. This book was so good. It took me a while to get through because, like, some of the chapters were, like, kind of boring, but then, like, once you got to, like, a good chapter, I was like, this is really, really good. And then I think the overall message in the end made me cry, and I definitely was sobbing like a child after I read this book, but that's okay because it was worth it because it was such a good book. Okay. Better than the movies. This book fucking ate every single time I read it. I read it like 4 times this year. It was so good. Like, it's so cute. It has a great plot. There's no sex. I don't like to read smut because when I'm in class and I'm reading a book, I don't want people to look up my book and just read people moaning on my page. It's awkward. But this book was actually so good. Like, it was so cutesy dootsy, like a little rom-com moment. And I thought it was adorable. And the character, it was just great. And it reminded me, and it had Taylor Swift songs in it. So I was like, hell yes. I was like, Taylor Swift, like Paper Rings, New Year's Day. I was like, this is everything. This is literally everything I've ever wanted in my life. It was a great book. This book I read in the actual one day because I stayed until 4 a.m. and I actually, like, this book was, it felt like a fever dream almost. Every last word, I got the Barnes & Noble edition, so it's purple. But this book was actually good because, like, it had such a big plot twist at the end. I was like, what the fuck? And I was, like, just sitting there, like, mouth open. Like, I was like, what just happened? I was, like, so encapsulated by this book. It was actually great. Oh my god, I've read this book. This book was really good too. One of Us is Lying. So I'm kind of getting to the books where, like, I think we're, like, really good. But this is, like, the harder parts to read. But One of Us is Lying. The book was so good. Okay, so first, I love my murder books. But I also love for my murder books to have, like, a side of love. And this had that cute, like opposite attracts trope. Oh my god, I was obsessed. I was literally so good. This book was so good. And I actually love that book so much. Like, it was actually really good. Okay, next book, The Inheritance Games. I remember reading this and being like, so, like, what is happening the whole time? I just wanted to, like, keep reading and reading because I wanted to know what happened at the end. Like, why does she have all this money? And I never figured out why. So I had to keep reading the series, I guess, to figure out why. But it was so good. And, yeah. I annotated this book a lot. I did not realize that. But it's also kind of warped from the water because I was, like, reading this book while in the pool and then something freaking bug crawled on me and I got terrified because of it. It was really, really weird. Oh, yeah, a lot of these are just, like, I don't know, Taylor Swift. Oh, oopsies. Okay, now we're getting to the books that, like, I thought were, like, top tier. Like, one of my favorite books that I've kind of read all year. So, the Shatter Me series, the first 3 books were so good, guys. When I tell you, I was like, I think after I read the Hunger Games and then I read this and I was like, I love dystopian books and I was like, this is so good. And then Aaron Warner is, like, so cute and I was like, wait, I'm, like, obsessed with this book and it was so good. Like, I was like, oh my god. But I have the 4th book, guys, and I'm going to read it and I'm so excited. This book I got and it was actually kind of good, but it was a little bit confusing for my brain because I don't read, like, classic literature. Like, I really don't. So I was like, what? I was confused. But then after all, I was like, this is really cute. And me and my sister, Little Woman, I thought this book was adorable. Well, not adorable, but I just liked it. It was just kind of, like, confusing a couple times. So, like, what's happening in this book? But then, like, after I figured out what's happening, I was like, this book's great. Okay. Coming in at... Oh, never mind, guys. I have a lot more books than I thought I did. Okay. Binding 13. Oh my god, for some reason this book was, like, so good. And I don't know why, because, like, it was, like, a lot was happening, but the same time was, like, I don't know, that book was just, like, it was so good. Like, I love Johnny. I love Joey. I love all the characters in this book. Besides her dad. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him so bad. Oh my god, he's so annoying. But this was actually so good. And the characters were so cute. Until the end, and I was, like, crying. I was like, what? Like, why is this happening? And now I'm reading part 2. And I'm not as crying. But now I'm just pissed off at part 2. Because the characters pissed me the fuck off. So bad. Okay, this is, like, this is coming in at 3rd. 3rd place for best series goes to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This series was actually this is the first series I think I read, and I don't think I've ever loved a series more because tell me why this book was so good. All of them were good. Oh my god, they were perfect. Like, I literally kid you not, I read this series like once every, like I reread this series like 3 times every year because it's so good. And it's like, Pip and Robin are so cute. It's turning into a movie, and I'm obsessed. I'm so excited to watch that movie. I mean the show, but it was like so cute, and I was like, it has like the plot and a really great plot with a side of like love, and like that's what we need, guys. We don't want books like this with just sex and no plot. I'm sick of these books. I'm sick of people being like, yes, like I literally saw a video of someone being like, does the book have any smut? And someone's like, no, and they're like, okay, and then I'm not like, a good book doesn't have to have smut to be good. And if all you're doing is reading a book for smut, then just honestly go online. Like, Wattpad's free. But okay, second best series. I actually just finished this book the other day. The way I am now. This series was so heart-shattering, but so good. I actually love this series so much. So I read the first book during summer, and then I read the second book when it just came out. Like, I read it the other day, and I was like sobbing. Like, it was so sad, but it was like so good, and I just felt so bad for her. Like, it makes me so sad, but I give it a 10 freaking 10. Like, I love that series. I reread it. And then I was reading in class one day, and some fucking idiot sub walked up to me. She goes, you're not supposed to be reading in class when there's a movie playing. The movie was from the freaking dinosaurs, and it was boring as hell, and there was no worksheet to it. So I was like, sis, and I literally looked at her, and I was like, what is happening? Because the kids in front of me were playing Subway Surfers on their phone. And I was like, you're going to yell at me for reading a book when the kids in front of you are literally playing it on their phone? And I was like, fuck you, get out of my face. And she was like, I love reading. I was like, no, you don't. You don't get it then. Get out of my face and leave me alone. I had no one to work in that class, and I passed the class with an A, and she's yelling at me for reading a book. I was like, fuck you, you stupid hoe. She pissed me off so bad. Okay. Coming in first, the best series that I read this year, The Hunger Games. This series is so good. I reread this series like every single year, guys. This series was actually so good. Like, I'm not even kidding. It was so good. Like, I just read the fourth book. I don't have it on me because I gave it to my friend to read. Oh my god. Oh my god. The parallels between every single book, between Lucy Gray and like Peeta and like Sejanus and Katniss, I was like, oh my god, it was so good. Like, I'm not even kidding. I was like, I love that book so much. Like, Catching Fire is the best one, but like the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes takes number 2. The Catching Fire, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Hunger Games, Mockingjay, so good. I love the Hunger Games so much. But yeah. So that's my book reading of 2023 and all the books that I want to read in 2024. And next year we'll do the same thing. Maybe I'll have like 1 billion followers by then. But next year we'll do the same thing. And yeah. So, do you guys want to see the flowers I made out of Legos first? Let me show you these. I made these earlier today. Please hope this will not fall on my candle. Okay, good. Aren't they so pretty? It's like a bundle of flowers out of Legos. I'm obsessed with them. They're so cute. And they're hanging on my... They're sitting on my book near my trophy. Okay, but that's the end of the video. I will see you guys very soon because I have to film a vlog on Tuesday, so that'll probably be out Thursday. So I'll see you guys very soon, and goodbye.